Hi everybody, I'm just going to check on my phone that this is working. If somebody could just pop up in the comments and let me know that you can hear me okay. I have never done a Facebook Live. I'm live in, Zooming, doing a presentation all at the same time. So I just want to make, oh, okay, you can all hear me. Totally so sorry that I'm late. Obviously it's month end, didn't realise how busy I was going to be today, which is a good thing. I hope you're all having an amazing month end, really exciting days today, loads of people smashing it. So yeah, really excited. So I'm going to jump straight into it. So the reason why I wanted to do this live video is this training is purely because I personally think there's such huge differences between Facebook and Instagram. And I have heard of a lot of people recently that primarily built the foundations of their business on Facebook that have seen other people go onto Instagram or start new skin using Instagram and have a lot of success. And I think that people have then decided to stop using Facebook and start using Instagram primarily. And I personally think that's the wrong decision. This is my opinion. And if you feel that you just want to use Instagram or you just want to use Facebook, then that's absolutely fine. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I have found, as I am hugely active on both platforms. I prospect on both platforms, I sell products on both platforms, and I have a good following on both platforms. So when I started New Skin in 2015, I had 500 friends on Facebook and no followers, and I'd only just started my Instagram and had a couple of hundred followers, and that was it. Now, 3 years later, I have over 17,500 Facebook followers, and I also have over 21,000 Instagram followers. My Instagram following has gone up quite quickly because I actually only started utilising Instagram for New Skin a year ago, and that was from the July Star Saturday, where I spoke to people like Sophie Westbrook and Steph Powell that are having big success on Instagram, and they gave me a few tips, and I decided to become really active on Instagram. So I manage both platforms. As I said, I prospect on both platforms. I sell products on both platforms. I post daily on both platforms, and I have, different experiences with both platforms. And I've done some research and I've put together some different kind of scenarios and ideas and tips on how you can utilize both platforms. But also it's really important for you to understand just how different both of these platforms are. There's so many differences, even though I don't know if you know this, but the same guy that created Facebook also owns Instagram. So a lot of what we see on Facebook is also available to use on Instagram. So things like Instagram stories, that's also now available on Facebook. Things like Facebook Lives, that's now available on Instagram. So there's lots of differences and there's lots of similarities, but how we actually use both platforms is totally different. I also feel the users that you have on both platforms are totally different as well. So I'm hoping to inspire people, first of all, to actually utilize both platforms, only if you feel like you have kind of established yourself on one platform. Another mistake that I may see a lot of people make, including people in my own team, is that they're not established on Facebook. They don't have, a good recruiting system on Facebook. They don't have an established customer group. They don't have an audience. And then they're jumping over to Instagram because they feel like following everybody else that's doing well on Instagram. A lot of the people that are doing well on Instagram are people that have really taken time to build an organic following, people that have a lifestyle that, a lot of people want to kind of be a part of, or perhaps had a following beforehand from a different, from blogging or being an influencer or whatever it is it might be. And it's really important that we understand that we can't compare ourselves to these people. So for the average person that's a working mum with 3 kids, they might find Instagram really overwhelming. So if you feel that way, just stick to Facebook. But as I said, sorry I keep looking here, I'm just making sure that it's working on my phone. But what I'm seeing is a hell of a lot of people that are jumping ship from one platform to another. And what I will say to you is where you put your energy is where you'll get the energy back. So if you put all your energy into Instagram, yes, you will get energy back. If you put all your energy into Facebook, you will get energy back. But I personally have used both platforms, and again, my personal experiences are with Facebook, that's where I primarily built the foundations of my business. That's where the majority of my business partners come from, and that's where a lot of actually my quality business partners come from. With Instagram, I get recruits, I get sign-ups. I probably would get more people from Instagram, but I always find the quality comes from people that I connect with on Facebook. And I think the reason why is because when people go through my Facebook, they can see my background, they can watch my live videos. It's all laid out in a really nice way. And it's not just kind of attraction marketing based. I can do statuses, you know, I can do live videos, I can do longer videos, I can just do captions and things like that. Whereas on Instagram, it's definitely more lifestyle based, more attraction marketing based, and it has to be more aesthetically pleasing. And that can take time for people to understand. So what I would say to you is don't put all of your eggs in one basket, especially if you primarily use Facebook in the beginning and now all of a sudden you've jumped over to Instagram. You're forgetting about all those people that were watching your Facebook. And I've seen so many people do this in New Skin. They've jumped over to Instagram because they've seen everybody else jump over to Instagram, and they think just by following the crowd, that's going to build them a business. When in actual fact, that's really naive of that person, because you're now leaving all those contacts on Facebook that you had, all those people that were following you, you'll stop posting on Facebook because you don't feel like it serves you anymore. And what's going to happen is those contacts are going to be signed up by somebody like me. I'm not going to know they're connected with you, but they're going to come to me because I'm active on Facebook. So it really pays off just to know the differences. And I've just taken some time to make some really basic slides this evening to talk to you about the differences between Facebook and Instagram, how we share products on Facebook and how we share products on Instagram, and the different features between both of the platforms, and some really important things to know about each individual platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen on Zoom. So share screen on Zoom. Here we go. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it like this so you can still see my face. Let me see if this works. Okay, now my laptop's frozen. I hope we're not going to have a problem. Perfect. So let's talk about Facebook v Instagram. My cursor's totally frozen, so I hope it's just going to, you know, go with me. So these are just some basic facts about Facebook and some basic facts about Instagram. I'm going to have to just escape this. Oh, there we go. So here's some basic facts about Facebook and some basic facts about Instagram. So I actually can't see what I've written at the top, which is highly annoying. So many functions to use. Okay, so with Facebook, there are so many functions to use. So things like groups, pages, live videos, and also the messenger function is so great. I feel like Facebook really have given us network marketers such a massive leg up when it comes to messenger, because you can video call in there, you can do group calls, you can do group chats, you can do three-way calls, you can do regular phone calls, you can send long videos, you can send a really long message, you can send voice notes, which is probably the most important thing for me. I am literally the voice note queen. I voice note all the time. You can send videos, you can send images, and there's no cap. With Facebook, you can write statuses as well as share images and long videos. Facebook Live is absolutely incredible for engagement. Probably the best thing that I have ever used in my business on social media is Facebook Live. I once did a Facebook Live about my story that's had over 220,000 views. I did a comparison video on the fake tan, which has had over 100,000 views. And I know for a fact that I would not get that on Instagram. And you also have to be a big Instagram influencer to be able to upload a video that's any longer than 10 minutes, which I find really annoying. Customer groups on Facebook are so essential for us. I cannot explain. If my team did not have Facebook groups, I wouldn't even be doing a quarter of the volume that I do right now. The reason why Facebook groups are so good is because it allows people to have a separate group where they share the products, the reviews, the testimonials, the demos with their customers without having to spam their Facebook stories and their Facebook profiles. Facebook covers a really wide variety of people, male, female, global, and also older people as well as the younger generation. Facebook is where all of our training and support is. Obviously, we can't do, training calls and live videos and closed groups on Instagram. So Facebook is really where all of our support is. And Facebook is actually the biggest social media platform. Fact, it has over 2.25 billion monthly active users. So what that means is that every month, over 2.25 billion people are actively logging onto Facebook and using it. Instagram is 100% more lifestyle and attraction marketing based. It's a very fast growing platform which has actually reached over 1 billion monthly active users last month, and that's increased from 800 million from last September. It's a younger generation, and I don't care what anybody says to me. Yes, older people are on Instagram, but older people have used Facebook primarily before Instagram. So you might have a lot of older people on Instagram. You might think there is older people, but I guarantee they don't even know how to get to their DMing feature. So there's a lot more older people on Facebook than there is on Instagram because they're comfortable with that. Insta stories, however, are one of the most powerful recruiting and sales tools. Fact, 100%. Personally, I don't believe that the Instagram DMing feature has anything on Facebook Messenger whatsoever. It's so hard to categorize any of your messages apart from the stars. It's actually for the daily Instagram user that doesn't use Instagram for network marketing or blogging or influencers or promoting. It's actually really hard to find where your DMs are, and especially if they've not followed you back and you DM them, it's very hard for them to see their filtered messages. There's a notification you can turn on where Instagram notifies you when someone's tried to message you that you're not connected with. But again, speaking about the average person that doesn't use Instagram for anything other than sharing pictures, I can almost guarantee they will not have this feature on. Can be difficult to portray a lifestyle and harder to duplicate. And what I mean by that is I'm not saying Instagram isn't duplicable, because it 100% is. But what I mean is for that average mum that has 3 kids that works full time, that is also trying to build a business on Facebook and was recruited through Facebook, they might find it really difficult to portray a lifestyle that people might want to be a part of by using Instagram. It's not impossible, but it's just a lot more difficult than Facebook, in my opinion. Lots of promotion and paid advertising on Instagram. Like, since I've been on Instagram, I've seen such an increase in brands doing paid promotions, paying influencers and bloggers to, promote the products, which is great. But that means that for us network marketers, it makes it a little bit more difficult, because you can 100% tell with Instagram, just by the algorithms and how things work, that network marketing is not as widely known or as accepted on Instagram than it is on Facebook. Facebook have accepted the fact that it is flooded with network marketing, which makes it a pro and a con. Facebook make it really easy for us to build a business with network marketing, but because it is flooded with network marketing, it also makes it difficult for us, because you do speak to a lot of people that have either been approached by network marketing or are sick of seeing the same thing, etc. So let's talk about sharing products on Instagram and then sharing products on Facebook. So I know you guys can't see this, but on the left-hand side, it says sharing products on Facebook. So what you want to do is you want to create a customer group so you're not spamming your profile with products. This is really important, guys. Facebook encourages people to have their own groups and build a community. So what I mean by a community is they want to see a group that has got really good vibes in it, it's got great engagement, and it's not just about selling products. So things that do really well on Facebook are groups that are about a certain topic. So things where mummy groups, baby groups, single parent groups, dog groups, animal groups, clothing groups, makeup groups, a group where there's a main focus and people come together to share the love for that one topic. Facebook absolutely loves that, and they really, you know, promote that and do well and basically boost people for that. And you can do exactly the same thing with your new skin product group. The most successful product groups that I've seen are groups that aren't just about the products. So I have a girl, for example, that was struggling with her product group. She felt like she was getting no engagement. So she decided to flip it on its head, and she has gone on her own fitness journey. She's started the gym, she's got a personal trainer, she's eating clean, she's doing all of these things, and she's sharing that journey with her Facebook customer group. And she's like changed her branding, changed her approach. She's not just doing product posts, she's updating her group with how her weight loss journey is going, taking pictures of her in the gym, showing her at boot camp, doing live videos about how she's feeling, not trying to promote a product. And her sales have gone through the roof this month. She's had her best month this month than the rest of the months she's had in the whole of 2018. And that's because she's made her customer group something other than new skin. So you could do it about makeup, you could do it about fitness, you could do it about dogs, you could do it about your kids. So really try and think of something other than your products to concentrate on in your Facebook groups, because Facebook absolutely loves that. Obviously, you should be using your own before and after images where possible. Otherwise, use genuine customer results. The amount of pictures I see go around on Facebook that are not even new skin results, like unique mascara and, you know, Juice Plus capsule results, is absolutely wild. And it really doesn't take 5 minutes to find some genuine customer results. One of the most powerful things I've seen recently is having a customer group where customers post their own reviews. Now, I know with another network marketing company that had massive, huge growth on Facebook at a similar time to what Nu Skin did, one of the things that they did, they had a massive group, kind of like the 100% product user group, but it was purely for customer testimonials. And when a customer tried one of this particular company's products, they would be asked to post in the group about their journey and their results. And that group has got over 300,000 customers and distributors in it. And it was one of the biggest groups for the success of that company on social media. So you should always be actively asking your customers to post their feedback into your group. But the difference is it has to be your customer. It can't be you. When you post the review on behalf of your customer, it doesn't look as genuine. So I always challenge my team once a week to get 3 different customers to post in their group. And this works really, really well because customers are seeing genuine other customers post their results, and it's so powerful. And again, Facebook love that. Facebook Lives of product demos is absolutely huge. The reason why Facebook Lives are so massive is because Facebook wants Facebook Live to be huge. They want it to be the biggest thing that everybody's doing. Therefore, they push the engagement of Facebook Live. So when you go live on Facebook, 80% of your friends list are automatically notified that you are going live. Whereas if you just post a picture or a video that's already been recorded, only 5% of your Facebook friends actually see that on their newsfeed. So it's really important that you're utilizing Facebook Lives. Pick 2 to 3 key products a week, create a campaign around them and stick with them. Don't become the Nu Skin catalog. Again, this is a massive mistake that I see all the time, is that people in their product groups, they're promoting 25 different products a week, and that's all well and good, but you're not actually creating any consistency or focus. A customer needs to see the same product around 6 to 7 times before they're even going to consider buying it. So if 1 minute you're promoting the mud mask, next minute you're promoting the Lumi Spa, next minute you're promoting the lip gloss, next minute you're promoting the galvanic, next minute you're promoting the tan, that customer is losing track and they're not seeing a repeat cycle of the same product. So what I mean by creating a campaign is choose 3 products and be smart with the 3 products you choose. Choose 3 products that complement each other and rotate them and create a campaign. So one day it could be a video of you using the product, the next day it could be a live, the next day it could be, you know, a series of before and afters, the next day it could be a magic trick, then the next day it could be doing them as a bundle deal because they all complement each other. You know, there's so many different things you can do with just 3 products, and I guarantee 100% you will get more sales and more success from concentrating on a smaller amount of products that complement each other rather than becoming a walking, talking catalog. If they want a catalog, you can send them a catalog. And the last thing is, I cannot believe in 2018 that people still use pictures of the bottles of the product. That absolutely baffles the life out of me. Why on earth would you buy something online based on looking at the bottle? They don't want to see the bottle, they want to see results, okay? And that's why people on Instagram get paid to share their results and their story with a product. Like Bondi Sands, for example, which is a really popular tanning range, they pay influencers to promote their tan. But the influencer doesn't just take a picture of the bottle on their dressing room table and say, I love this tan. What they do is they put the tan on and they take a selfie of themselves holding the bottle and they say, look at what this tan's done for me. So you need to see your business as the same thing. Why would you screenshot a picture of the bottle on the Nu Skin website and put it up as a post and say, do you want to buy this fake tan? Like, that's actually embarrassing. Like, please don't do that when you can just buy the tan, put it on your face and use your own results. I would never in a million years buy something from Facebook just by seeing a picture of the tube. I don't care what the caption says. And if you want to promote a product and you don't have the product to get your own results, go and find somebody that does have results and use theirs. It's so much better than just going on to Google, typing in Instaglow, taking the picture of the website, uploading it as the picture and saying this tan does this, this and this. Then Instagram, I'm just having to escape so I can see what I said. So sharing the products on Insta, promoting the stories, lifestyle in the static feed. I honestly cannot express this enough. If you go onto my Instagram, if you go onto other Nu Skin people's Instagrams that are doing really, really well, please for 1 second do not look, you will not go on their feed and see products, especially bottles of the products and pictures of before and afters and things like that. They will promote the products in the stories and they will keep their Instagram very aesthetically pleasing and very lifestyle and highlight based. Do not post pictures of the products in your static feed unless they fit your theme. Examples of that to follow. There's a massive difference between using a product image that looks aesthetically pleasing and fits your theme than using a bog standard image from Google that does absolutely nothing to your feed. Use polls, questions, and the slider to spearfish on Instagram stories. This, for me, is what takes Instagram to the next level and beats Facebook on the stories front 100%. The fact that you can use the polls to get people to answer questions, and you should always use 2 positive answers. The questions feature is brilliant. You can get people to ask you questions about the business, about your life, about your hobbies, about your family, and you can answer them publicly so people are going to be more interested. And the slider feature is great as well. Put up a picture of you using the lip balm saying who wants plumper lips, and people get to slide, and then you can see the most average answer and you can see every single person that has done that. And one thing from me, and I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way, it's so important. If you follow somebody from Nu Skin and they have done a Insta poll, honestly, like, I personally wouldn't vote on that poll just purely because it really distracts people. And when I put up a poll, I find that 80% of the people are from Nu Skin, and even though it's probably people supporting me and I really appreciate that, I just end up either messaging people information from Nu Skin by accident, or I end up just spending a lot of my time going through the votes trying to find people that aren't from Nu Skin to give them the information on the product for the opportunity. So if somebody's put up like a genuine recruiting post, I personally just wouldn't vote on it because it just wastes the other person's time. Most success comes from people using the products themselves on Instagram. Like, I think more so on Instagram, you have to use the products yourself rather than Facebook because people buy into that more. Think of names for the products that are different. Like, there's so many different things you can mess around with. How Taylor took the 180 peel from calling it the chemical peel. The Dermatic Effects, I was calling it the body contouring lotion because that's what it actually sounds on the back. The Instaglow, you can call it like a tanning gel or a glow gel, or like a highlighting gel or something like that. You can think of these quirky names for the products, and I think that takes it a lot further than it does on Facebook. Stick again to 2 to 3 key products a week, like 100%. Use videos to demo the products on action in Instagram. That is absolutely huge. Guys, I've just had a notification on my phone, just so you all know. Sorry to interrupt this live, but the mud mask has officially sold out on So Summer. So I hope everybody got their orders in because it has sold out. So I just thought I would let you know that. Okay, and Insta is not a selling site. Don't treat it like one. It's all about curiosity, okay? You cannot for 1 second go and treat Insta like a buy and sell site or eBay or anything like that. And I'm going to show you some pretty horrific examples in a minute of what I'm talking about. So, where have I gone? There I am. Okay, so here's some examples of how not to promote the products on your Instagram feed. So these were 2 random Instagram feeds that I found. I'm really sorry if this is your Instagram feed, but if it is your Instagram feed, then hopefully you will take a lesson from this. Honestly, this is like a car crash in front of my eyes. This is like tragedy, death, fatal, death of your Instagram, death of your customer base. Like, there is nothing about any of this that would make me want to buy it. It's a hot mess. Like, you cannot use images like this on your Instagram feed. You cannot even use images like this on your Facebook. It's terrible. It's awful. What would make me want to buy any of those products just by looking at tubes of them? Absolutely not. Please, just don't do it. It's awful. Just no. Like, honestly, please don't do it. Okay. This is some examples of some good promoting on your Instagram with products. Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go. Sorry guys, it's a bit slow. So here's some examples of some good images to use when promoting products on your Instagram. So some of these are pictures that I just found, and do you know what it is? I actually found it really difficult to find pictures on people's Instagram feeds of products because nobody does it. Anybody that has a good Instagram doesn't promote products on their static feed because they understand how detrimental it is. But here's some examples. So there's Taylor with the power lips, with the dramatic effects, with the Instaglow, and it's so subtle and it still fits within these guys' feed. It doesn't look out of place, and I'm guaranteed that they sold more products from doing that than they would have done for just getting one of the products and just taking a picture of it, you know, and posting about it. Even the Lumi Spa one, that one is still touch and go for me, but the person's feed that I got it from, it fit really well, and she had like more results, so she swiped through. So I kind of accepted that one, but the other ones are spot on, exactly what you need to be doing on Instagram. But this takes time to learn, like it really, really does, so don't beat yourself down about it. So here's some bad examples of promoting products on Instagram stories, okay? This is absolutely, again, hashtag new skin. Hashtag new skin. Like, are we actually joking right now, guys? We should not be hashtagging new skin or anything to do with new skin. Just like on Facebook, you shouldn't be using the name new skin, and you should never, ever, ever be using prices publicly on Instagram. It baffles me how many people I see publicly saying their prices on Instagram. I actually saw somebody with a price list, and they'd written their own price list, and all of the prices were under retail price. The other day I saw somebody selling the Instaglow at £18, so they're selling it under wholesale price. It's an absolute no-no. You are doing that 100% for selfish reasons, and when you are doing this business and network marketing, you are always thinking about, is what I'm doing duplicable? It's not about if it works for me, it's about what duplicates. So it might be okay for you to sell a product at wholesale price and not make any profit, but is it duplicable for your brand new distributor that's just joined the business to be selling the products at wholesale price? No, because what you're doing is recruiting somebody and you're saying to them, sell at wholesale price, so you benefit from the points and they don't make any money. So you need to be selling at the right price, and you never, ever, ever post the prices publicly on Instagram or Facebook or any promotion platform that you use. It's terrible. Do not do it. So here's some examples of a great Instagram story that I saw today on Sophie Westbrook's Instagram. Talking about the chemical peel, she's got a really good image of the chemical peel. It's aesthetically pleasing and she's got facts about it. She's then got a picture of her, a video of her using the chemical peel and a video of her applying the chemical peel. So much more effective with her actually using the product, saying what it does, saying how it works, rather than just posting random pictures of the chemical peel and saying, this is the chemical peel. You know, she has used a picture of the chemical peel, but then she's gone on to say what it does and how it works. So that's a really good example of promoting on Insta Story. Here's some really good examples of Instagram feeds, okay? So we've got Emma Carpenter at the top. She's a mum, she just got married, she's just been on her honeymoon. She doesn't necessarily have a theme, but her theme is like her life, and I absolutely love that. So you can really see, you know, how she got married, how she goes traveling, you know, how she's got kids. She's even got a product post there, but again, it's not a picture of the mud mask in the tube. It's a picture of her and her son using the mud mask. So much more effective than just, you know, using pictures of the bottle. Bottom left-hand corner is mine. You know, I stick to the same theme. I do a mixture of recruiting posts and lifestyle posts and selfies. Again, no product images. Nothing kind of stands out. It all flows. Bottom right is Taylor Blues. Again, you can see it's a mixture of her. You know, she's got a picture of the dramatic effects, but it doesn't look out of place whatsoever. And there's pictures of like going out for a coffee and things. Top right, I know you can't really see it because my face covers it, but that's Steph Powell's. Hers is really lifestyle based, you know, her going around the UK seeing her team, her going on holidays, and it's all pictures of her basically. But that's absolutely fine because it's what gets her the business that she's got today, and it works. So let's have a look at some great Facebook product post examples, okay? So these are, in my eyes, great posts on Facebook that are professional, that really sell the product well, and that are just great in my eyes, okay? So you've got somebody using the mud mask in the top right-hand corner. It's pictures of her using the mud mask. You know, she's got a towel on her head. It looks really attractive. And she's put on the caption, marine mud mask 20% off this week only. It will sell out fast, so be quick. And then there's just some facts about what the mud mask does. Doesn't look too overwhelming, you know, really attractive. The bottom right-hand picture, left-hand picture, and the middle picture is actually customers that have posted in Hayley's group about their power lips. And one of them says, I went for Maven, absolutely loved it. And another one said, went out of my comfort zone today and wore Fearless from the Candy collection, got so many compliments. I didn't wear any foundation, hence the freckles on show, and I done a microdermabrasion this morning and my skin feels amazing. So these are customers actually posting in Hayley's group, and I know for a fact she's getting so many sales from doing that. So she's asking her customers to post their results in her group. And then the bottom right hand picture is Hayley using the lip pumping balm, and it just says, guys, I wore the lip pumping balm on top of the Persistence liquid lips today and I think it's lush. Carly noticed my lips look bigger when I came to hers this afternoon, and then she just talks about how many times she applied it. So really simple, really easy, doesn't need to be overcomplicated, aesthetically much more pleasing. Now let's look at some bad examples of Facebook product posts on Instagram. So here's some bad Facebook product posts in my eyes. I think these are terrible. Too many pictures at once, too many pictures of the tubes. You know, like it's all over the place, really just not aesthetically pleasing. You know, all of these pictures, they're burning my eyes. I can't see what the product does. I can't see any before and afters. It's just literally pictures of the tubes. So for me, these pictures are 100% a no-no. You need to be either using pictures of yourself using the product, or you need to be using customer results, okay? Don't use products of the tube. It just doesn't look good. So how do you use each feature on Facebook? So your group is to share products, share testimonials, share demos, and share results. Your profile is to share opportunity, to share lifestyle, to share subtle product, but not too much product, to share memories, and to share highlights. Your stories is for your business and recruiting, for products and behind the scenes. Facebook page, just do not bother with it. Unless you already have an established Facebook page, I highly recommend you do not use Facebook pages, because at the moment, you need to pay a lot of money to get any traction from any advertising on Facebook. So I just wouldn't overcomplicate it. Have a good group and a good profile. That's all you need. Lives at least once a week on profile and group. Messenger, absolutely brilliant. You can recruit through Messenger, prospect, you can sell, you can follow up, you can search, you can do video calls, voice notes, everything. It baffles me when people say they don't get anything from Facebook. How you use each feature on Instagram, stories is product demos, business, recruiting behind the scenes. Static feed is attraction marketing, lifestyle, fashion, holiday, and DMing is for prospecting and for, you know, selling to your customers. And the last thing I want to say, if my slide is going to work, so the last thing that I want to say is about in summary. So this is kind of the summary of what I've been trying to explain to you guys. The difference is Facebook is a more community/family-based platform with a wider age range, whereas Insta is a younger millennial crowd. And that is just the way it is, okay? People on Insta, you know, they love following like celebrities, they love following makeup artists, they love following bloggers and influencers and, you know, travel bloggers and things like that. Whereas Facebook is not really for that. Facebook is more about catching up with your friends and family. It's about sharing memories. It's about sharing your lifestyle. And 100% with the Facebook, 80% of the action should be in the messenger, 100%. Insta, you have to be more aesthetically pleasing and quality over quantity. Facebook, you can get away with posting more, whereas Instagram, you need to post less and make it more quality. Facebook, you can get away with being a little bit less clean and be more memory family orientated. You don't necessarily have to be so aesthetically pleasing. You can be a little bit more rough around the edges. There's more features and users on Facebook than Instagram, okay? This isn't my opinion, this is a fact, okay? You can do lives on Facebook, you can have a group on Facebook, you can use the messenger on Facebook, you can do statuses on Facebook, you can do videos and voice notes, whereas on Instagram it's a little bit more limited. That's not essentially a bad thing, but when you look at this as a business, there's 2.25 billion active users on Facebook, there's 1 billion on Instagram. Why not just utilize both platforms, okay? People prefer Instagram these days. I put that with a question mark because I hear all the time that more people are on Facebook than Instagram. So, but what I find is that with Instagram, one Facebook friend is that you've made a connection with is like the equivalent of having 10 followers on Instagram. If you go through your Instagram followers, are guaranteed a lot of them will be from the same company that you're with, and a lot of them will be like random like spam accounts and, you know, like accounts that like just do like clothing and things like that. So what I mean is one Facebook friend that's genuine is like more than what you'd have one follower on Instagram. And obviously when you follow somebody on Instagram, they need to follow you back in order for you to have that mutual connection. And it's really, really hard on Instagram to track who you follow and who follows you back. Whereas on Facebook, once you request somebody and they accept, it comes up on your accepted friends list that they've accepted. Plus it lets you know in your messenger that you're now connected and you can send them a message. So guys, I hope that's made sense. I can go on about this all day and all night, but really the point that I wanted to make the most from this is that Facebook 100%, hold on, let me just stop this. Facebook 100% is not going anywhere, and I think that people definitely get caught up in the Instagram hype, and I'm not saying go and ride that Instagram wave. I one certainly have, but still to this day, after being in the business for 3 years and having a similar amount of followings on both accounts, I still get all my quality recruits from Facebook, and people that I recruit still get their quality recruits from Facebook. But that's me personally. Some people might disagree with me and say, no, I get more quality from Instagram. And personally, when it comes to recruiting, what I'm finding is I have to contact almost triple the amount of people on Instagram to get the same response than I do on Facebook. So don't burn your bridges with either social media platform. 100% utilize both platforms because it's you're going to be the winner at the end of the day. And I believe the people that are going to have huge growth in Nu Skin over the next few years are going to be people that use both platforms and are being smart and savvy and utilising both of them. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Amazing month end, sorry. I'm going to go now because I've got so much to do. I hope you find that really, really useful. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thanks, guys.